mindfulness is the practice of noticing whatever you're noticing non-judgmentally in the present now moment. And I just repeat that it is a practice because you can't do it wrong. And it's really about noticing when you get pulled away from the present moment and practicing the art of returning by using something like the breath or the sound of the guitar or the sensation of your body in the space that you're in. Feeling the skin container. So there's many access points or anchors that you can use. So I offer that you could try the breath, and if you feel like that's not easy for you, you could try your body sensation in space, where your body is connecting to the ground, and just feeling your body and allowing all the other thoughts and emotions and body sensations not to be ignored, but to be held in a space of non-judgmental loving kindness for yourself, self-compassion and gentleness. So I'm going to read this war paint journal. When someone is emotionally overwhelmed, the kindest thing you can do is give them space. It's not about pushing them away. It's about understanding that drowning them in more emotions, advice, or urgency often makes everything heavier. Sometimes the most healing thing you can offer is silence, presence from a distance, and permission to simply breathe. If you cannot respect their need to decompress, no matter how well intentioned, you risk adding to the weight they are already carrying. Emotional stress is not a problem to fix for someone else. It is a space to honor, a moment to witness without trying to control, and a reminder that caring is sometimes restraint. The people who are quietly holding themselves together often do not need words or solutions. They need patience, understanding, and the reassurance that their feelings are valid. True care is showing up without forcing them to learn. True care is showing up without forcing them to lean, showing them to find their own balance while knowing you are steady and present. So as I read this and have read it, we can apply this to others, but we can also apply it to ourselves. Allowing ourselves the space and the time. If we feel dysregulated, either from a physical ailment, something we experienced in our day, or an ongoing grievance or emotional strain. It's good and okay to give yourself some space and time without hammering on whatever it is. It's a way to be kind and gentle and loving to yourself. So what we're going to practice now is I'm going to guide you through a little inventory. And the inventory, I don't want you to overthink it, but I want you to just kind of think about the inventory of thoughts, feelings, emotions, things, situations that you're plugged into in your life. You know, they might be in certain sections of your life, like it might be, just for example, it could be physical health, it could be relationships, it could be finances, it could be, you know, concerns about the community, the world. So you can figure out your own categories, and these are things that probably you think about several times a day in each category. So for the next few moments or minutes, I just want you to come up with your list. It doesn't have to be super long. You know, maybe it's 3 or 4 things, maybe it's up to 5, but I don't think we want to do more than that. So just think about things that you pay attention to. Or things that you are aware of and concerned about. Just gently review what those things are. As you have gathered these points of interest, I'll call them, using a neutral language, as we gather these points of interest, I want you to play along with me on the idea that all of these things that are on your list, your points of interest, that there's a certain amount of energy that comes from you and goes to those things. And just for fun, we're going to imagine that there are electrical plugs for each of these things that are points of interest that you're plugged into. And some of them might have a bigger energy draw than others. So you can notice that without, you know, dwelling on it, but just noticing, well, what points of interest of my points of interest, which are the biggest energy output for me? And just know notice that. And then, as you see that visual of these plugs, I'm inviting you, just for now, just for this meditation time, to unplug them. So take the next few moments, minutes, to just pull the plug on those things. And allow all of your resources and all of your energy to come back into your body, your energy, right here, right now. And breathe in and breathe out. And receive, collect, and notice. Anything that you notice. Allowing your body to soften, noticing if there is any areas of your body where you're holding tension, physical tension, and see if you can release that. The jaw, the base of the neck, the shoulders and armpit chest area, the hands, the heart center, the solar plexus, the rib cage, all the organs in the tummy, allowing the tummy to be soft and relaxed. The spine, the low back, the tailbone, the perineum, pelvic floor, hips, buttocks, relaxing all of that, allowing the thighs to be heavy, softening the front, side, and back of the knees, the shin bone, the ankle, the sole of the foot, the arches, and the toes. So the practice is returning to the wholeness of all the energy that you are. I'll say that again. The practice is returning to the whole energy that you are. resting in the stillness and the peace of your own loving kindness for yourself. Gentleness, softness, openness, safety. Really allowing that for yourself. Allowing all resistance to soften now. If you have some holdout thoughts, feelings, or body sensations, you can try just breathing into them, sending the energy and nurturing breath into a physical location, onto a mental thought, into an emotion, creating space, creating safety. All you are is all you need. Breathing in the gentleness of letting go and truly resting. Resting in the peace of your own wholeness. It's a practice. If it feels in any way uncomfortable, just allow yourself to be compassionate in noticing any resistance you have. It doesn't make you wrong or deficient in any way. It's just a way to notice whatever you're noticing non-judgmentally. And you can try breathing in to the lower part of your belly and exhaling with an open mouth. Not trying to alter the depth or speed of the breath, but just being intentional with the breath. Resting in the peace of your own awareness. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Just resting in your own awareness. judging, we're just noticing. Is there a feeling of relaxation and space? Is there a physical sensation that you're noticing about your body right now? Or about your breath? Just observing. Without judgment. And asking yourself, is there anything that I'm still plugged into that I can unplug from? Doing so with self-respect and gentleness. Just truly gathering all that you are, all the energy, the consciousness, the spirit, gathering it all into you. Breathing it in and breathing it out. And it's just a practice, so it doesn't mean it's perfect. That's okay. As you lie here, I invite you to find your own way or your own path to creating what I would call your safety bubble. The container of your energy. It's bigger than your body, but you can decide or create what feels good to you. And I want you to think about your own safety bubble, your own energy field. It could be a certain shape, it could be a certain color or colors. It could have certain powers. Notice how that feels when you finish creating that energy bubble. How do you feel inside of it? place, and this place is for you. You're here now. You're in it now. And you can always return to it. It's your own thought form creation, energy form creation. And it's a place of safety and self-compassion and gentleness. A place of rest and healing. And expansion. And as you move forward through this evening and the next day, I invite you to notice with mindfulness, awareness of yourself, when and if you plug in to any of those things you unplugged from. No judgment, it's just a way of paying attention, being aware, being awake. And I invite you to practice a daily meditation time. It doesn't have to be this meditation, but some quietness and stillness. It's like compounded interest. It grows on itself. And it yields in a wonderful way. I invite you to do that. And so, before we come fully back into the room here, I invite you to call to mind one person, place, or thing, occurrence, that you feel very grateful and happy and joyful about. Something that lights you up, that fills you up. I want you to take a deep breath in and breathe it in. And exhale. And breathe in and exhale. And as you feel ready, I want you to first wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, and if you know how, wiggle your ears. And work yourself into a position where you're on your side, with your knees bent, your head resting on your hands. And just take a couple of breaths in a side-lying position. Coming back into this room and this space.